Hello there, this is Three of Spades, and today I'm going to be playing Earthfall. This is a game that is pretty much Left 4 Dead 3 on Unreal Engine 4, but instead of zombies, you fight aliens, and it's pretty cool. It was made by maybe a team of like 10 or 12 people around 2018, and I think most people remember it from the Nintendo Switch. It's got two modes here, campaign and invasion. We're just going to go with regular. Guess the bot skill I'll put on average. We got our cast of characters here. We got Zoshell, Roach, Celis, and the Wojak. So that's what I'm going to be going as. Here we go. We'll be playing as generic Redditor number 5723. Also, the music in this game is loud as shit, so that's a big thing. But it is cool, I gotta say. They did a decent job with the soundtrack. I also like all the art. It's like what I wanted Evolve from Turtle Rock to be. When they said they were making a game from the creators of Left 4 Dead, and it was you hunting aliens, I think this is more what I had in mind. And clearly, I wasn't the only one who thought it.
We've come all this way because of one of Danny's ideas. This guy Jacob left survival gear at Zippy's storage. Color me skeptical.
The place looks deserted. I hope that cache is still there.
Alright. So I gotta turn down this music because it's loud as fuck. Oh wait, that's SFX volume. There we go. So here we are, Earthfall. Now the best way to make this game look way sharper is if you're on NVIDIA, like me, you're going to want to turn the anti-aliasing all the way down to low so it disables temporal anti-aliasing. And then you're going to want to turn on 16 times anisotropic filtering, and that shit's going to look real nice. A lot of detail that was otherwise obscured by all the blurring is now much more visible. It's not the highest res, but it is still pretty good. Alright, so we're going to go head off into the town here.
I grew up in a place like this. There used to be a lot of places like this. What's its name?
I don't know. Doesn't really matter anymore.
Oh. Yep, they also kept the wall banging. You can shoot through walls. You can take the shotgun. It's a pretty cool thing you can do in this game. You can build barriers, but then on top of that, you could take the propane and you can light it on fire using the propane. So that's pretty awesome. It's also pretty nice. I think especially they did a decent job with the lighting. Texture work left a bit to be desired because some of these textures aren't exactly of the highest quality, but even on high settings, everything high, the game looks alright. There we go. Oh yeah, they also have melee. I'm also using the Afterfall mod, which does help add a bit more visual feedback to some of the aliens. And it also enables some aliens that were otherwise unused. They had some variants of aliens that were like white and snowy in some of the maps that just didn't get used, so it's just these like generic looking ones in every map. But they are pretty well detailed. They do go back to kind of the Left 4 Dead 1 logic and mix it with Left 4 Dead 2 a bit, which that's all I ever wanted with Left 4 Dead 3. So it feels like you're playing through an extended deleted scene from Left 4 Dead on Unreal Engine. And yeah, I gotta say, they did a pretty decent job. It definitely looks a lot more unique than some other games I've seen.
How about we go around, not over? Maybe through that house. This is some crappy remodeling, all right.
Oh yeah, there's some of the special infected, or the special aliens. That's a hot air balloon called the Enrager. I've not known many games with aliens where you actually have a fucking alien balloon as an enemy, but, you know, this is certainly one of them. Oh, whiplash. Oh. That's a thresher. Or no, that's just a blue alien. So the red ones got enraged. That's a pretty neat mechanic. So I'm gonna set these barriers here. And of course, you know, Lord of the Flies, they got their pig's head. It's pretty decent. Graphics wise, it kind of does teeter on the edge of like Unreal Engine 3. Which, that might not be to everyone's liking, but I enjoy those games, so fuck it. Also, I don't know if you could chop these down or not. I don't think so. Okay. But yeah, this game had two big problems. The problems were there were no mod support, and the maps kind of were... They didn't have as much RNG. They did have some, but they didn't have enough. As well as that, I guess there were some minor problems, like the audio being kind of all over the place, and there was another big problem where they updated the engine and just it added a ton of bugs at some point, and I guess they never fixed them. Fairly certain this runs on Unreal Engine 4.21. And they started on 4.19. No clue. That's just what I've heard anyway, but... You can technically modify the game, you just can't do like custom maps. As far as I've seen. But I'm sure somebody could decompile this whole thing and then make a custom, you know, mod map selection if they really knew or cared to.
That's the place Danny tracked down. Except it's a totally ordinary house. I'm sure there's an answer around here someplace.
So I'm gonna go over here.
This is Zippy's house, not Zippy's storage. Damn it. Onward.
Gotta ask this fucking alien zombies a question. They also do have little skins you can unlock, so that's pretty awesome. Oh. Alright.
That was way too close.
Their animations are a little static, which I think feels like something they could have improved upon, but... Oh, there's the thresher. But the aliens, they nailed. Alright. I need to specifically use this melee weapon. There we go. Yeah, that's part of the Afterfall mod. One of the unused aliens. Alright, so slash through the wood. Time to run. You could totally just play this like Left 4 Dead. You don't need to sprint, don't need to aim. And that's a totally viable strat. I just tend to do that anyways, but where they might have lacked in texture quality, they made up for with the geometric detail of models especially. And you look at this log, texture isn't amazing, but the model is pretty good. The rocks as well, they look pretty nice. And all the foliage and shit. Like, they ain't of the highest quality compared to a lot of other games, but they are pretty good. A lot of people, I think, who've recently found the game on the Steam reviews compare it to Redfall. Well, Redfall wasn't much of a game, so... Meanwhile, this actually is a game, so it's like comparing a dead corpse to a dead alien. One of them's going to be instantly more interesting, but both are pretty much toast. So here we got the P90. We got some med kits. I'm going to heal myself. And I'm going to head over here to Zippy Storage. P90 is probably the best gun in the game. Either that or the MP5s. I unlocked the dual wield ability because they had like little challenges in here you could grind for. The most effective way to grind killing aliens with dual pistols I found was just the beginning of one of the campaigns. Now this here is the Blackout. It's an alien squid instead of the witch. He's gonna make some noise. So am I. There we go. Boom. He's got some shields. Alright, enough of this shit. I'm just gonna get up right next to him and shoot the fuck out of him. There we go. Apparently my teammates decided they just didn't want to aim today, so that's enough of that. Boom.
There's a med kit here.
I see a whiplash.
Alrighty, off we go. I also like how they made the spitters into an actual common infected. Or common, you know, alien. So they're just part of the actual enemy variety. I also like that they removed a lot of that screen jerking and flinching when you get hit by a zombie. It was often just way, way, way too much. I get that it was impactful, but like it's not good for prolonged like hours and hours and hours of that shit. Oh yeah, to infinity and beyond. That's another fun thing you can do. They also have these little boxes you can find scattered around the map. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, alien giraffe. They got some pretty crazy enemies.
storage unit.
Alright, so this is the storage unit. In we go.
Only storage units don't take too long.
Now we have to hold out from the swarm. They usually are going to send in the beast. Oh yeah. Just like the tank. You know when he's you never hear him, but you know when he's here when you do. So this round the truck is the beast. That's the beast. Oh, I got grabbed by the giraffe. See if they can help me. Oh fuck, that's the beast. I love the beast's music too. But it's the same rule as the tank in Left 4 Dead. Just shoot him until he dies. Try not to die as well. Actually, fuck them, I'm getting inside. Alright, I'm in. Mission accomplished. Yeah. Victory. That was a good game. Okay, well I got in, but I guess it became my fucking tomb. That's a great part 1. Mission failed successfully.